Now to the battle over the southern border growing even deeper as the number of migrant crossings reaches an all-time high. Border officials say that they had more than 302,000 migrant encounters at the U.S.-Mexico border in December, marking the highest monthly total ever recorded. House Speaker Mike Johnson headed to Eagle Pass today, along with dozens of other GOP lawmakers, to demand that President Biden use more executive actions to stem the surge of illegal crossings. But President Biden is fighting back, saying it's the Republicans who are causing all the chaos as they continue to just stall on his supplemental funding package. Jay O'Brien is following it all for us. So Speaker Johnson says he's in Eagle Pass, and he put this out on social to address a situation that requires significant policy changes, and that House Republicans will continue advocating for real solutions that actually secure our border. So what more do you think he'll say in just a little bit?
And think about it this way, Kira. This is the Speaker's first stop of 2024. He went to the U.S. southern border before, as far as we know, he went to the United States Capitol this year. Republicans, for the last year since they took control of the House almost exactly this time last year, have been making the situation at the southern border and the broader immigration crisis issue number one in their criticism of the president. So you can expect that to continue in that press conference this afternoon. Specifically, House Republicans say they're going to push the White House, as you mentioned, for more executive action, reinstituting policies like Remain in Mexico and also increasing expedited removals, meaning increasing deportations of undocumented immigrants here in the United States. The administration has said that they are encountering unprecedented migration in the southern hemisphere, and that's what's complicated in making this situation at the U.S.-Mexico border much worse. House Republicans blame that situation on the administration's policies, so you can expect them to make repeated mention of that this afternoon, Kira.
All right, well, the House Homeland Security Committee is now moving forward with its impeachment proceedings against Secretary Mayorkas. What more are you learning about well, I guess what could happen with this?
So the House Homeland Security Committee says it's conducted an investigation for the last few months into Mayorkas's, what they would refer to as his job performance. And they blame, as I mentioned earlier, the administration's policies as having a direct impact on the current situation at the southern border. So they're promising their first hearing on this issue in mid-January, and they say they're going to hold a series of hearings, but it looks like all steam ahead with the House Republican maneuver to, it looks like, impeach the Homeland Security Secretary. The question would be, do they have enough votes in their own chamber amongst House Republicans, because there's no shot Democrats vote for this, to impeach Mayorkas? And then, of course, that would trigger a trial in the Senate, just as any kind of impeachment of a president would. And then you've got to get 2/3 of the Senate to vote to convict. And in a Democrat-controlled Senate, that looks like a tall order. But it's part of a repeated theme, as I mentioned, that we've seen from House Republicans of putting that issue of the border front and center. And this is a priority of not just some Republicans in leadership, but certainly from the further right of the House Republican Conference. Impeaching Mayorkas is something that Marjorie Taylor Greene, for instance, has long sought to do, and she's even made some of her own motions on the House floor to try to do it on her own, Kira.
All right, Jay O'Brien, appreciate it. Thanks, Jay.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.